If you had told me that Valentine's Day could save lives, I would have laughed. But that was before I met Tolu and Amora. It was February 14th, 2 years ago. The streets of Abuja were dressed in red, couples holding hands, vendors shouting Valentine promo, and restaurants packed with people trying to impress each other. But not Tolu and Amora. They were sitting quietly on an old bench outside a hospital, holding hands, their eyes heavy with sadness. They had just lost their baby. The miscarriage happened the night before, shattering their hearts into pieces. They were supposed to be celebrating their third Valentine's together, but instead, they sat there, broken. I met them because I worked as a nurse at the hospital. I saw the way Tolu held Amora's hand, like letting go would make her disappear. They didn't speak much, just sat there, wrapped in silence and grief. But then something happened that I'll never forget. A little boy named David was crying in the emergency ward. He was about 5, thin and fragile. His mother couldn't afford his medication, and the nurses were trying to comfort her. Tolu and Amora heard the commotion. Without a word, Tolu stood up, pulled out his wallet, and paid for David's treatment. I was shocked. Here was a man drowning in his own pain, yet he chose to save someone else. But it didn't stop there. Amora, still weak from her loss, sat beside David's mother, holding her hand, whispering, "You're not alone." I saw tears in both women's eyes, different pains, same comfort. That day, instead of going home to grieve alone, Tolu and Amora stayed. They bought food for patients who had no family around. They handed out small Valentine cards with simple words like "You matter" and "You're loved." Word spread quickly in the hospital. People started calling it the Valentine of Hope. A year later, they turned their grief into purpose. They started a foundation that supports struggling families in hospitals, offering both financial help and emotional support. Every Valentine's Day, they return to that same hospital, not to mourn, but to spread kindness. I saw them last year, holding hands again, smiles brighter this time. And that's when I realized true love isn't just about flowers and chocolates. It's about showing up for others, even when your own heart is breaking. Thank you for watching this story of love, loss, and hope. If this touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications.